Picture this, you hop on Skyblock and decide you want to run some dungeons today. None of your friends are on, so you decide to use the party finder. You attempt your first run and you guys don't do the best, but you still decide to finish it. But right after finishing the run, instead of re-queuing, you get banned? What happened? Well, that's what happened to a bunch of players these past few weeks, and today I'll be explaining exactly how and hopefully why it happened. It all starts with two Skyblock mods known as chat triggers and Odin. Within these mods are a feature to help you address downtime. If you don't play too much dungeons or Skyblock in general, downtime is the term used to describe the time taken in between finishing a dungeon run and queuing for the next one. Preferably, most players would prefer to have as little downtime as possible, so they can run as much dungeons as they can. However, that's not always the case. Whether somebody has to go eat, go to the bathroom, get arrows, or just wants to take a break, downtime is basically an inevitability. This fact led to the creation of the !DT command in both the Odin mod and the chat triggers module known as UU add-ons. The point of this command was to make it so anytime a party member wanted to request downtime, they could use this command to make every party member using the mod say in party chat that downtime is being requested right after a dungeon run is finished. It's a little confusing when being explained, so let me show you how it works in game. Okay, so now I'm in game and I'm gonna quickly demo how this basically works. So first thing, you actually have to be in the dungeon, so I just queued into an entrance floor and we're gonna start this and I'll come back to you when we're about to finish. Okay, so you can see that we opened Blood Room, and while we're in Blood Room, my teammate said DT arrows in chat. And once he does that, it will set a reminder using the Odin mod and disable any auto re-queue that I have on. Right now I don't have any, but if I did, it would turn it off. And basically the reason for this is basically if someone needs to get arrows after the run because they're empty on them, this would basically alert everybody in the party that they needed it right after the run ends. So now we're about to kill the Watcher, and you should see once the run is done. Yeah, so the run just finished, and you should see that me and him, who both have the mod, said players need downtime, and then the person, and then the reason, which is arrows. So that's basically how the mod works, and the reason that this mod would actually exist. Well, seeing how it works, what is the issue? Well, remember how you can add a reason for the downtime? That reason can be anything. Even things that can get you banned. And if you've been on Hypixel for enough time, you would know how easy you could abuse that with doxing. If you didn't know, Hypixel takes doxing very seriously. So if they have even the slightest suspicion that you're trying to dox someone, they'll nearly instantly ban you. For example, this guy just mentioned IP leak in a Bed Wars game and got a 30-day ban 2 minutes later. So imagine someone having the ability to make you send any message they want. They could easily make it look like you sent a super realistic dox and get you banned for a whole year or even permanently. And of course, somebody did this. So who was the man behind it? Well, enter Engineer Andrew, an attempted YouTuber and avid dungeon sweat. You might know him from the video where he flexes getting kicked out of a YouTuber's party for cheating when he wasn't. One thing you should know about Andrew though is that he loves queuing F7, specifically on Party Finder. And one thing about Party Finder is that the players on there are not always the best. But don't take it from me, take it from Andrew himself, who said the exact same thing. Since Andrew was so skilled at the game, this made him mad. So mad that he wanted to go ban players for it. But sadly, according to him, he was false banned. And even though he admits to have cheated on other accounts, we should definitely believe he was false banned on his main one. So anyways, let's look at the alt account that he gave us in this comment. And it's white. I guess it's just another coincidence, definitely another false ban. But if somehow you still need more proof that he's a scummy person, in the comment section of one of his videos, someone accuses him of blatantly cheating in Bed Wars with the account Engineer Andrew A. But luckily he says that that's somebody else. Like we're gonna believe that. You might be thinking, hey Mash, that's a little too mean, and it's possible that there is someone who actually just has a similar name. Well, if that's what you think, you don't have to believe me. You can take it from Andrew himself once again when he admitted to having logged on to that very account. So now that it's pretty clear that this guy's a really scummy person, it doesn't really sound that out of the question that he would have done this. So how exactly would it go? Well, first he would look for an F7 party on the party finder. Once he was in, he would play the game normally. Note that he had to do this on a shared account because his main was actually false banned as stated earlier. Then he would wait until they were about to enter the boss room, and right after they entered, he would use a command from the Odin mod to enable all invite in the party, allowing him to invite any player of his choosing. Most likely he did it at this point because he doesn't think anybody would notice. However, even at that point, he would still continue to play the run as normally, even up to the terminal phase where he would die while completing one. Usually in this case, most parties would just leave and queue for the next run, but that's not what Andrew wanted. Right after he dies, he says to play it, because supposedly he wants the RNG meter XP. But the real reason is because the exploit won't work if they don't finish the run, and he's pissed, so he wants to get them banned as soon as possible. So they continue the run, and right before they finish, he invites his alt into the party, joins on his alt, and requests downtime using the !DT command, with the reason being the fake docs, which causes a reminder to be sent when the run is over. And since he timed it so well, the run ends right after the reminder is set, causing all the members in the party with the mod to send the same message in chat, resulting in all of them getting a 365-day ban. Luckily, the devs of both mods were pretty fast to add a ban list to the reason message, or just remove the reason message displaying in chat entirely. But the damage has already been done, and plenty of people have gotten banned. Just goes to show you can do everything by the book, use good mods, never give out your info, and still get unlucky and get banned for just being slightly bad at the game. According to Andrew, he has plenty of alts that he does this, so he's probably just gonna do it again. But hopefully now more people know about what this guy did and can basically avoid him and his shared account, which is also illegal by the way, at all costs. Another weird thing about this story is that Andrew himself is really active in the community. For example, all those screenshots you saw were from a public Discord, Skyblock Z, and were just in the Dungeons Advice channel. So this guy is really active there, posting there like nearly every day. My best guess as to why he doesn't really care about the repercussions is just because the Dungeons community is kind of cooked in general, and they literally don't care. Like the fact that he was admitting to this stuff in a public channel goes to show that people really don't care in the Dungeons community, and is probably why he's still active to this day, even though basically everybody who plays Dungeons, especially Floor 7, knows exactly what he did. Anyways, if you enjoyed me calling out scummy players, be sure to use code MASH in the Hypixel store for 5% off. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.